I want to bring in LaVar Ball, founder, CEO of the Big Baller brand. Of course, dad of Lonzo, LaMelo, and LiAngelo Ball is joining us. That's interesting news, LaVar, for you. How are you, first of all?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I always appreciate it. Even though sometimes we push back at you, you always come on and answer every question.
Oh, yes.
Every single time with us. Now,
okay.
So I thought it's very interesting. There is speculation in order for the Lakers to get Anthony Davis. They don't have the draft picks of the Knicks. They don't have, I would say the Celtics have more veteran players, whereas the Lakers have some very talented young players. They have two forwards who both averaged 18, Brandon Kyle. They have your son, who most execs still like in this league a lot, although he's had the bruise to his ankle, a deep bruise. He will be ready for camp. Are you concerned at all when you hear this story that potentially Lonzo could be part of a trade package?
Well, that's part of L.A. He's one of the biggest things in L.A., so you got to make him part of the trade process on the fact that people are going to listen to that. Lonzo ain't going nowhere.
Let me just throw this out.
Yeah.
If I told you Lonzo for the next 9 years plays with Zion Williamson, is that worse than the current situation with the Lakers?
I'm not going to say no situation is worse because, like I said, Lonzo adapts to everything. Who's ever his teammate, he going to make him good. So I'm not going to be like, oh, that wouldn't work with him and Zion. Lonzo works with everybody. You just got to give him a chance to let him do his thing.
Lonzo was the only Laker player that LeBron put on one of his shows, one of his productions, The Shop. I took that as a sign that LeBron was telling people, this is the one teammate I connect with. I like this kid. What did you make of him putting Lonzo on The Shop?
Well, you got to put him on The Shop. You put anybody else on there, they're not going to watch that. They're going to watch The Shop just because Lonzo is who he is. He's the only guy in the NBA with his own brand.
No, that's not true.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
LeBron doesn't have his own brand.
LeBron don't have his own brand? What brand is LeBron? Nike is not his brand?
LeBron
that's
is
Nike. That's Nike. That's not his own brand. Lonzo has his own brand. Triple B's is his.
Well,
that's
but
what
Triple
I mean by
B,
own brand.
That Triple B has gone through some well-publicized difficulties. So right now that
don't mean nothing. I mean difficulties as in what?
As in you, somebody that you perceived as a friend.
Okay, stole some money. So what? That happens in every business. Same thing as Steve Jobs. They took more money than that in his business.
Well, but Apple, I think,
I'm just saying it happens on a large scale on any business. This is something that always happens. It's not a big deal.
Okay, you came on, I think it was Undisputed, we have a tape. Many of your claims, which people say, Colin, LaVar is just blowing smoke. And I always say with you, A, you've done a good job with your kids. I mean, they all got offers to UCLA. And B, you're often very accurate. You remind me of Jose Canseco, who nobody wanted to listen to. And years later, we went, oh, Jose was right in all the steroid stuff. So you said this on Undisputed. I want to play this.
Magic, I think, is from my point of view now, listening to him talk and stuff like that, he's just a face. I don't think his say-so is like his say-so.
Really?
I know it's not, because he told me some things that I thought that should have been done. That's nothing.
Okay. Then who is in charge?
I'm trying to figure out who's in charge. That's why the system is crumbling down I don't know what's going on over there.
Okay, by the way, when you said that, you got a little pushback. That's probably the most accurate prediction of what has happened. It has crumbled down. A, were you shocked that Magic quit?
No. I'm not shocked at what anybody does. Like I said, like I told other people, the only thing I'm shocked about is if my wife leaves me. That's the only thing that can shock me in this world. Okay. Other than that, I'm not shocked by anything.
Did you understand why Magic left?
I don't even understand why he left. Like I said, you can tell people when an earthquake is going to come, when the weather's going to change, but you don't know what's going on in somebody's mind. They could flip on you in a minute. You'd be like, wow, I never thought that would happen. So I never put it past anybody's mindset to do anything that's different.
Who today is running the Lakers, LaVar?
Who today is right now, nobody's really running the Lakers. They have no clue what's going on. Because when you got a lot of people in the building, everybody has a voice, there's no certainty in it where somebody has the bottom line. Because let's say Jeannie Buss is at the top. She makes the final decision.
Yes.
But how's she going to make the final decision if she's sitting next to her best friend that's been friends with her they're not thinking business-wise?
Linda Rambis.
Yes. So basically you're going to listen to her just because she's your friend, and it might not be the right decision. That's why they say usually the bad guy in the room is usually a bad guy. Ain't no bad woman. It's a bad guy because he don't have no feelings, and that's how this business is supposed to be ran. You can't do it on feelings.
Doesn't Lonzo there? So you're acknowledging uncertainty with the Lakers. Why would Lonzo want to be part of that?
Lonzo would be part of it. Like I said, the only thing that I saw that was crutching Lonzo was Luke Walton. You know, even Magic had the right thing to say my boy is the face of the Lakers.
Well, no, LeBron's the face.
Well, listen what I'm telling you. Magic had said that before LeBron even got there.
Yeah, before LeBron got there.
You could say LeBron's the face, but LeBron is getting old. That face is gone. Believe it or not, he's on his way out. So the best thing to do is hook up with this youngster that can play this game and has the same IQ. Lonzo is a talent and a player that LeBron has never had as a teammate, which is a guy who's invested in winning and don't have all these other things on the outside looking in. What I mean by that, the fancy cars, the women, the nightlife. Lonzo's just about winning, quiet, rapping, running, and doing his thing, playing basketball. You can see that Lonzo's not faking by like, oh, he doesn't really like basketball. He's just in it for the money.
Okay. So if the Lakers do not land Anthony Davis because they don't have enough assets, they get outbid. Jimmy Butler appears. He's going to be offered a max deal by the Sixers. Hard for a player to not take $40 million guaranteed.
Right.
I don't think Klay's coming here. I don't think KD's coming here. I don't think Kawhi's coming here. I don't think Kyrie's coming. I think the Lakers planted that to remain relevant. If they don't land anybody, LaVar, and it's just the same guys, there's a story today that LeBron may say, I'm out of here. Do you believe that?
LeBron's not going nowhere.
How do you know that?
I know that because this is L.A. They love the way this weather is. They love the next step in his life. Space Jam, movies, all this plays into effect when you come to L.A. You can't go anywhere else. It's not about him playing for the money now. It's about him, even his son. They like California. The buzz they getting around here now is he loves this, so he's not going nowhere.
Who do you think they land?
They don't have to land anybody.
Well, they're not going to win a championship.
Well, here's the thing. You can win a championship with this team, but you have to start off by making all these youngsters that you try to throw under the table believe that you can win with this group. They got the skills to win.
Could I make the argument last year that, and I did credit, I love LeBron, but I said last year I didn't think he had a great leadership year. I didn't think he put his arms around young players, and young players need love. You know, you come into this league, you're 19, you get a lot thrown at you, you need a little love.
But here's the thing too. This is what LeBron was supposed to play a lot of minutes and be winning. Luke didn't play him the right way. It was on this savior thing, talking about, I want to save him for the playoffs. I want to save him for this. Why are you trying to save somebody if you're not there yet? How about we leave him in for 3 straight quarters, him and Lonzo, and let them just win and do what they do, and then take them out the last quarters if they're winning by a lot.
By the way, it should be noted, LeBron and Lonzo, the plus-minus of the Lakers was at its very highest when LeBron and Lonzo did play.
Yes, and that's why I was thinking, why would you get LeBron and don't play him with Lonzo the whole game? Until you win. I'm paying the guy all this money. He's playing the whole game.
If Lonzo is the player that you believe he is,
yes,
why would I not demand Lonzo Ball if you want Anthony Davis?
You don't have to put that out there and demand it on the fact that some people may get a little bit in their feelings. Like he only likes him. He favors him. And that's when you start putting different mixes in your group.
If I'm David Griffin, and you give me a number 4 pick or Lonzo, I'm choosing Lonzo.
Right.
What if the Lakers have no choice but to land Anthony Davis? You have to give Lonzo up. He's simply the best arguable asset.
But you got to look at that and say, even if you get the best player, who's going to lead you? LeBron ain't going to play point. Who's going to be willing to give that ball up? It's just like people was telling me the other day. They said, well, Lonzo is not going to be the primary ball handler. I said, well, you got to look at my son differently on the fact that he don't handle the ball. He get rid of it so quick. Get down the court. Give him the ball. Let him take his strides and either make a layup or kick that ball ahead where you can make an easy layup or an easy jump shot.
What do you make of Frank Vogel as the new coach of your son in the Lakers?
Frank Vogel, I like what he says, but everybody can be good on the first date. Like they say, everything you want to hear. Oh, I love you. You're so good. You're my soulmate. Same thing. I like what Frank is saying right now. It's like I like Lonzo. he's putting a point out there where he's not saying, most people was talk about their veteran guards. Like, oh, at least I have Rondo to kind of mentor Lonzo. And he didn't say nothing like that. He was just like, hey, I like Lonzo. I'm letting you guys know right now, so ain't no friction. Be like, well, get him out of here. Because what the media wants to do is say, why you want to deal with Lonzo and you got to deal with his daddy?
By the way, you were quieter this year.
No.
Did Magic tell you not to talk?
Can't nobody tell. Jesus can't tell me not to talk.
Oh, well, I think he could.
No, he can't. I'm still talking.
I think the
and
guy
when
upstairs,
I get up there, I'm going to holler at him again.
I think he's
So I'm just trying to tell you, ain't nobody tell me now. If I'm a businessman, I have to do business. I got 2 other sons I got to deal with. Lonzo was in the NBA. My goal is to get all 3 of my boys in the NBA. So I still got work to do. But I'm knocking on the door. I'm right there.
Do you have any relationship with LeBron?
I don't have a relationship with LeBron. See, here's the thing. Somebody asked me a question back in the day. And they said, do you think LeBron's son is going to be good? And I was like, well, most superstar sons are not good.
That's true.
And then people turn that around like, oh, he's talking about your family, LaVar. I said, no, you asked me a question, I gave you an opinion. So now LeBron comes at me defensively saying, keep my family out of your mouth. And I'm like, wait a minute, can't nobody tell me what to say? So then I get defensive towards him. But I have nothing against LeBron. He's been my son's favorite player. I like the guy on the fact that he's big and strong, young, and played the game the right way, doing everything.
He does.
Yeah, so I never had no beef against him, and the media tries to make it sound like I told him my son's going to be the first ones that's billionaires playing ball. And they was like, oh, LeBron, he's talking about he's going to beat you to making billions. I hope we have a race to see which one of us as black men make it to $1 billion.
All right, Season 4 of Ball in the Family, available now on Facebook Watch. You always answer the questions. You have been remarkably accurate with some of your predictions. You said Luke wouldn't last. You said Magic wasn't really running it. I think your opinion now on what's happening, I don't think they've synthesized Magic. I agree. The organization, I think there's issues. I'm interested on this Pelicans story, though, LaVar, about they are now shopping Anthony Davis. So I wish you and your family the best. You're always welcome here.
Thank you.
You know, you were behaved very well today. Joy, do you have anything you'd like to press him on?
Hey, LaVar,
I behave all the time.
It's good to see you.
Yes,
it's good to see you guys.
Anyway.
Definitely good to see you. I'll see you once in a blue moon. So.
Season 4, Ball in the Family, available now on Facebook Watch. Thank you for coming by the show.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Joy. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.